Hi, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Real Housewives of Moto. This is episode 31, and it's very different this time because Katie and I have never recorded at night, and it is 8 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock your time. Katie, what are we doing? What are we doing since we're not doing video today?
We're just having a little cocktail to talk some Moto.
I love it. Katie's got her specialty cocktail. Please tell our listeners the name of it and what it is because it sounds so good.
Okay, it's like a little signature from 2013. I went to Palm Springs with my friends and we literally just made up drinking names with what we had.
I love that.
This is a Peachy Boo, and
Peachy
it's peach juice with some Malibu.
I love Malibu.
It's simple and it's easy, and you can do a lot of puns with the boo. So I made it on Halloween.
I love it.
To the boo.
I love it. Boo, boo. I love a good pun. I'm just drinking straight up red wine, and I'm not a big drinker. And so this is hitting me really hard. So this will be really fun. Like Allie, 8 o'clock at night with like 2 glasses of wine in her, be a little unhinged. But it's been a couple of those weeks. Katie and I just realized it is exactly a month from when we were together in a soybean field. Somebody told me that's what it was in Indiana.
Really?
I was saying a cornfield, and they were like, it's soybeans. I was like, whatever.
Oh my God. What? Yeah.
Des Nations. That's where we were. So we figured, it was about time that we give you guys another episode. It's been fun to take a little time off in the off season, but it's hardly the off season. There's so much going on. We have Supercross in 72 hours. I mean, World Supercross, but it's almost here.
Yeah, I definitely have missed Moto. It was nice to take a little breather, but this week just made me more excited.
Yes, all the drops. So if you live under a rock, we've had some big Moto news drop this week. Traditionally, the calendar of announcements has always been October 1st. And so on October 1st, Katie and I are obsessively checking Eli's profile, and we're like, where is KTM? Where is it? They had a little insider info. They were like, hey, just so you don't drive yourself crazy, Eli's announcement isn't coming until November 4th. And I'm like, what the heck? So I knew Eli's was going to be later, and Chase's, because Chase's was restructured, thinking with going to Kawi that he would stay on the KTM and then race the KTM into his nations. Obviously, he got hurt at Vegas, so that didn't happen. But very much appreciate this super insider being like, just chill, because, I would have gone crazy checking it every day.
Good thing we knew that, because I would have literally gone crazy. I would have drove to Eli's house myself and knocked on the door and said, hey, so where's this orange bike?
Where you at? Fool? So we did finally get it. And I feel like we should go chronologically.
Yeah, let's do it. We're getting ahead.
Yes, we are. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll go all the way back to Des Nations. Katie and I were there. I did a little teaser episode of kind of my favorite things from the weekend, my least favorite things about the weekend. I feel like I'm still processing it. I was looking at the pictures the other day. There were so many people there. I mean, we know that we were in it, but it was insane.
It was a sea of people. I feel like that's what made it hotter, was because there was so many people and that body heat. It's just I think my dad said, around maybe 25,000, 30,000 will just go to Paula, a normal national, but Des Nations is 80,000.
Yeah, they said 135.
Yeah.
And I'm like, was that for all 3 days? And each day was, I don't know.
Yeah, because Friday was not that crowded. Yeah.
No. But gosh, it was so fun. I'm so glad I did it. I mean, you and I going to Vegas and then coming home and then turning around and going, it was a lot. Especially as moms. We just can't throw down like we used to. But seeing Jet and Hunter and Kyle Webster, first of all, did you know then that Kyle Webster's wife was 30 plus weeks pregnant?
I found that out after the fact.
Crazy. So she was pregnant enough that she couldn't fly, which it would have to be past 34 weeks. International, it has kind of some different rules, but ended up having baby with plenty of time for Kyle to get home. But anywho, a little bit stressful that you're coming over to another continent and you're about to have your first kid. So
yeah, just a little bit.
I was very impressed by Kyle Webster. Like unfortunately for us, like every time he came around, we were hoping he was going the other direction because we knew Jet and Hunter were going to hold it down, but
Yeah.
he did not do that. Like just carving through the packs. I was very impressed with Kyle Webster. Everything about Team Australia, like their gear, the blue and gold,
I loved that gear.
it was so good. And just like watching the Honda tent, which also had Joe and then some of Team Japan in it too. But I just like, it was just so fun to watch everybody like have that, like national patriotism, like Kenny riding for Germany and like everybody pitting together for that. I just think it was really cool. I feel go.
No, go ahead.
Now we need to go to Europe is what I was going to say.
I loved how America still cheered for Kenny and Shimoda, when they would go by, like that was really cool to witness.
That was
I
cool.
loved that picture of Dazzy looking at the trophy. Like, I will never forget looking at that picture. Like, that was really sweet. I loved RJ calling Eli Uncle Eli.
I love that.
But yeah, it was just like a feel good 3 days. It was a lot. It was hot. It was exhausting.
Yeah.
But everyone has to experience Disney Nations once.
Yeah. At minimum.
Yeah. It's a lot, and it's a lot to take in, but you leave going like, I love this sport even more.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, was head to toe red, white, and blue every day. Like some chick came up to me and was like, "You need glitter," and I'm like, "Not glitter, but I'll take paint." Did she get you? Because she was in that section, I think, on Sunday. She was coming over with the glitter stick.
Oh no! How funny!
Ugh, I just couldn't. I felt like I couldn't sit still because the track, like, you could. I mean, from where we were seated most of the time, like that was a pretty good view. But you couldn't see everything. I mean, everything up in the tree section, like I wanted to see that. And so you really had to like move around if you wanted to see the whole track. So there were definitely things we did not see because of where we were seated. But all in all, I mean, good viewing.
Right. Yeah. If it was like a regular national, it would have been easier to walk around and check out different parts. But when it's that crowded and you got good seats and, there's already people trying to move in on your seats.
Oh, yeah.
You got to stay put.
Yeah, and you guys got like clutch seats. You were there at the butt crack of dawn for Sunday to get those seats on the fence.
It was so weird. The sun didn't rise till like 8 a.m.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Yeah, those were good seats though. I mean, like right at the big sky jump and
yeah.
How'd you guys get those? Tell that story.
My uncle and our family friend and my dad, they went first. So I think they woke up at like 4.
Oh my gosh.
And went there, and then they said the gate opened at 6:30, but it was still like pitch dark, so they wouldn't let anyone in. So they stood in line forever.
Oh my gosh. Probably being yelled at by Carrie Coombs.
Oh my God, she was awful.
She was yelling the craziest things.
I was like, is she for real?
No, she was 100%.
I was like, I'm like, wait, am I in boot camp now? Like,
it felt like being screamed at the crack of dawn. Like, what?
So when my family walked in, all chairs were there. They were empty. So like people that were camping might have came in middle of the night. Some people just left their chairs.
Oh, and those big, did you see the big cardboard boxes that people had laid out like flat and they'd put their chairs on top of it? That was like on the other side of the track.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somehow we still managed to get those good seats, but you have to go early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely piggybacked y'all on that for sure. I did not deserve those seats, but man, they were great seats.
Yeah.
So I stayed there for 2 out of 3 motos. I went and watched the third moto, the final moto from behind like pit lane back in there. Because I wanted to go say hello to Courtney Roxon and everybody that was back in there. And that was the finish line jump. And every time Jet came over that jump, like it was incredible. Like he was so fast and so low at the same time. That was cool to experience, like that finish line jump. So I'm glad I moved over there. You couldn't see a whole lot except for that jump, but it was pretty incredible. Also, I think one of the riders from Spain, Don't put it on me. It was Red Gear. I think it was Spain. Wrecked like right in front of us, and it was bad. And it's like a blind landing, and I was like, I'm gonna see somebody die. But other than that,
Oh
like,
no.
I mean, Kenny got landed on, and I told you I went back and listened to the audio of me like recording it, and I sound like somebody's murdering me. But other than that, like, we didn't. I don't think there were any major injuries coming out of it, which is pretty remarkable for that many riders.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So all in all, it was so fun. We got to meet up with a bunch of our friends from Main Event Moto and experience the RV just sea of RVs as far as the eye can see. Our friend Kyle had a party crew next to them, and their RV like caught on fire in the middle of the night, and like it was a whole thing. Like fire department had to be called, and
the camping looked wild, but it looked like so much fun.
Yeah, I think that if we did it again in the States, like I would absolutely want to rent a motorhome because it just like you could stay there. It was fun, you know.
Yeah, just the back. You don't have to go back and forth. And like I stayed like an hour away. So definitely camp. I can definitely still hear chainsaws in my mind.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a Team Canada, man. Like all the Canadians had the fake chainsaws, but whatever. But so we survived. We survived Des Nations. We came back. We went back to regular life, and then we just waited on Chase and Eli to switch teams and post their announcements. So that gets us to this week, which we knew Chase's was coming first through some insider info. We knew he was also in Hawaii. I did not know that his drop was going to be all Hawaiian themed. Holy shit, they nailed it. Like,
I mean, I have no words. It was stunning. It was stunning.
Stunning. Like some of the pictures look like they're AI.
Yeah. That's what I put on my Instagram. I said like someone will think this is AI. And then Daniel, I said it was AI. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Because I knew Chase was in Kauai. Like he goes there every summer, but you thought I would be like, oh, he'll fly back.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like
him.
I know, like when he was like continuing to post and he was still there, and I was like, well, maybe they did like a shoot ahead of time, or maybe it's not going to be that big a deal. But I was like, this is a big deal, like especially like leaving Red Bull, going back to Monster. Like I knew that there would be a big Monster activation on it, but I mean, the Alpine Stars gear, the strawberry blow pop, the pink, I couldn't unsee it. Once I saw it, I was like, that's what it is. It's a strawberry blow pop. Like. But it worked so well. Like the green background, the you know, all the flora and fauna of Hawaii. I love that, you know, that's Chase's like go-to for the off season. It just, everything about it was beautiful.
Yeah, I loved like the surf shots with like the color of the water, and yeah, I don't think that would ever be topped. Like what else can you do?
I don't know. It was pretty incredible. Like I was kind of worried for Eli and KTM. I was like, oh, you got to go after that now.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, it was just so beautiful. Like, I want those pictures developed and I want to hang them up in my house.
Yeah. Oh, those are for sure worth printing. He called into Pulp on Monday night and said something about the like riding the bike like on the sand, because this was my first thought. I was like, if you did that in Florida, so like I grew up in the Gulf Coast of Florida, and like there's beaches like you would be arrested for bringing like an e-bike on the sand, like let alone like a whole ass factory. Well, factory. Let's put a caveat in that. Hold on, we'll come back to it. Through the sand, you know. But it sounds like they had a pretty good relationship with the local track and, you know, getting things dialed in and the people that they've met there. But yeah, let's go back to factory bikes. So I have heard that it was full factory, and I have heard that it wasn't full factory. But either way, that had to be like air or boat flighted. What am I trying to say? It had to get there via boat or airplane. And I don't know about you, but when I saw the horrific explosion at the airport this week that was going to Hawaii, I was like, well, I'm glad Chase's bike wasn't on there. That was my first thought. I was like, this is terrible. But when they said it was going from Kentucky to Hawaii, I was like, well, glad there's no Kawi on it. But that was, I mean, no small expenditure, we'll say it that way.
Like just everything.
Mm-hmm. So it definitely paid off. It's all everybody was talking about on Monday. So kudos.
Yeah, it was
good job.
Beautiful. Yes, they nailed it like out of the park.
Yeah, I will not be tired of looking at those anytime soon. But I was, like I said, I was very worried about Eli and KTM going after that. We knew that also in the KTM announcement would be Jorge Prado, which we did get. I'm just thinking about the cowboy hats.
Oh, yes.
I was chuckling at. But we finally have Eli on orange. It's weird. I'm not going to lie. It's weird.
It's weird. He looks good, though. He looks better than I thought.
Yeah, he does. I was talking to somebody on Instagram, and they were like, why does it look so, like, just, like, familiar? And I was like, because he looks like the second coming of our Lord and Savior, Ryan Dungey. I was like, he's got the posture.
Thickened his beer a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I like it. I do. I think my favorite thing to come out of the KTM announcement was AP saying he's never heard a KTM sound like that.
Yes, that was the best.
So I did love that.
I loved Swap Moto streamed them talking, like the little interviews with Haley.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved what Roger DeCoster said about Eli, of course. He said, there is no better rider to look up to than Eli Tomac.
Aww.
Said that he is professional, he is a class act, and it's like truly an honor to have him on his team. And just like,
I love that.
Said the nicest things about Eli. Like, he went deep, so that was cool.
I love that. That's a big change. I love Jade Dungey's reel about the cable clutch. That made me chuckle a little bit. We had seen on Vital that Jade was not going to be with Eli, that he was going to be with Jorge. And Katie and I texted about this. We wrestled with it. We're like, this doesn't make sense. Maybe they just want to put, the most experienced mechanic with like the most troublesome rider, the one that's going to need the most help.
Yeah.
No, he's convinced he's back home. He said something like, this is my 14th year on the brand or something like that, or, something like that. 14th year riding or 14th year on the brand, something like that. But I remember being like, oh, well, but 15 years riding, we're just not going to count Kawi like at all. We're just going to wipe it from the books. But love that Jade is going to be with Eli. I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, I listened to the Vital Pod today, and it was a last minute switch up. Jade was not supposed to have Eli, but there was something that the Conan brothers aren't coming now. So that mechanic that was helping one of the Conans out ended up going to Jorge, and then they switched Jade.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
I think it was a last minute switch.
Yeah, I'm really curious about the Conan brothers thing. They were here. They were training at Ty Masterpools before Ty went to Tallahassee and ended up in Brian Deegan's video. That was so funny. Can I just say that if that was the other way around and Ty accidentally got Hayden and it leaked something about Hayden, Brian Deegan would be flipping a shit.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. So I want to know what's going on with the Conans. Like I know that they wanted them to come over, but then they also wanted them to defend whichever one of them, is dominating. I know both of them are prone to crashing, shall we say. But whatever, it all shook out. Jade is with Eli. I just think it's so cool. You had commented on Jade's reel, just, about the full circle moment of, Eli going bar to bar with Ryan in 2017 Vegas, my favorite race of all time. And now his big brother is Eli's mechanic. It's so weird.
I know. It's just like wild. It's so cool. Like, I hope they highlight that on like the broadcast or something, or they even interview Ryan and ask him about it. Like,
that would be cool. Like, Ryan, Jade, what does the word bunching mean to you?
Yeah, like is Ryan and Eli gonna text now?
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Katie's favorite rider and Allie's favorite rider. Like, can we get in on your text thread? So it'll be interesting. That lineup having three solid dudes. I mean, I'm not discounting Jorge. Like, I think he's going to be better. I do think he's going to be better than on Kawi. I think you can only go up from here. AP is a podium guy. Eli is a podium guy. Prado, I think, will be a podium guy. And then you have poor Juju, like, all by himself on 250s and with his broken back,
I know. I know.
God bless his heart. He also looked like so miserable. Like, I just think that he did not want to be there. And not like that he doesn't want to be there as part of the team, but it's like, he can't ride. He can probably barely walk in all that hardware.
He probably has major FOMO. I guess he wrote on the whiteboard behind him when they were doing their interviews, yes, my back is broken.
I'm sure he's so tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
God bless. Well, I did love the picture of all of them in the cowboy hats. Like, Jorge looks comical. Juju looks like, get this off my head right now. Eli looks very natural in a cowboy hat. And
Yeah.
I feel like AP's like, this was my thing and you guys stole it. But I loved seeing AP's interviews. He looks, I sent a message to Kendall, his wife, that he looked very clear eyed. Like he looked like locked in, you know? I think he was, whatever was going on, not Epstein-Barr, like he looked like he was dragging there at the end. And I don't wish that upon anybody. I mean, let alone somebody who's racing a dirt rocket for, their living. So that's going to be a serious team next year between those three. Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm excited for the AP-ET duo. Did you see that thing where it said, like, I wish my wife looked at me the way AP looks at Eli?
No, I love that though. Hey, that's quite the duo. I mean, I feel like AP is one of those guys that, like, nobody has anything bad to say about him. So it's like he just, like, brings up everybody,
Yeah, no, it's fun. Faith sent me a bunch of funny comments. Like, someone asked if Eli's going to Alden, and then someone said,
heck no.
Eli trains Alden. Like,
I love that. No, actually, like, Alden is sending all of his plans through Eli.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though? Like, Eli's like, yeah, deuces, Jessica and the kids, I'm gonna go live in Clermont, Florida. No.
No, absolutely not.
No, that's not happening. Oh my Lord. Well, we did get to see Jessica and the babies. They're not babies. Oh my gosh. Like, Lev is like a whole, like, woman in her own right, but we got to see them at Desnations. They're so freaking cute.
Yeah, that was so nice of what you did for me. Like, that was just the cherry on top. I got to meet Jessica Tomac. That was the only moto wife I've ever met.
Really? We got to change that.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
She had so much energy.
We gave her a Romy bracelet.
That's right. We did. That was so fun. I love watching, this is so creepy, but like, we're moms. This isn't weird, but I love watching moto moms parent, like, in action. And so, like, literally watching, like, her and Kathy, like, selling merch. And I mean, like, they literally sold, like, the sign behind them that was like a pop-up banner or whatever. And Noah and Luca are, like, playing in the dirt, and, like, Luca's got, like, a diaper hanging off. And I'm like, yeah, that's us. I get it. Like, yeah, this is motherhood.
Celebrities, they're just like us.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, so. When I went over there, I think it was Noah, was like, had a Monster can turned over, pouring it out. Lev was like on a table, and Luca was like putting dirt in his mouth. And I was like, they're feral. They're all feral.
Yep. I get that. And I feel that to my core. Oh my goodness. So that was really cool. I'm very excited about KTM because KTM was like my first, I've said this a million times, it was the first team I like fell in love with, the Kenny Marv Dunge days. So I'm like, I got to dust out my Red Bull KTM shirts. It's a little faded, probably doesn't fit anymore, but I'm on the KTM train. I am.
Yes.
So bring it home. So that was Tuesday. That was yesterday. As if we didn't have enough going on this week. Today, we got the Deegan Fox drop, which we knew was coming. But to see it in all of its sparkly glory was something else. So what did you think about the Deegan Fox drop, collab, whatever you want to say, announcement?
I mean, I don't really like the bedazzled boots. It's fine. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not the biggest Deegan person, so it's kind of like scroll today, honestly. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't draw me in, maybe because I'm old, but
no, that's what I thought about. I thought about the age demographic on this. I was like, it's got to be Fox going for the younger generation, you know?
It has to be, because Eli would never wear sparkly boots.
No. We had this whole conversation today.
He is a man, and Deegan is a boy, and I get it. The younger generations are just drawn to him, and maybe we would be if we were 19.
I don't know, man.
I am excited to see him this weekend race on the 450, though. Like, I am looking forward to that.
I did hear a number of things, like, from the video that was like, look at his bike, look at his number plate. Like, that's a 450 and it doesn't have any World Supercross on it. Is this a nod that he's going to ride the 450 at A1?
Good catch.
I think he's going to. I think he is.
I didn't think so, but I think he is. Like, no,
Yeah.
there's kind of like no turning back now.
But I think that he only races the West Coast rounds. I think he still does do the 250, which is insane.
Interesting. That is interesting.
But knowing how they operate, like, it's the one title they don't have is 250 East, which, like, big freaking whoop. Nobody cares. But that they would, though. They would say, like, we won it all, you know? And, like, did Jet win on both coasts? Did he win a 250 on both coasts? To look this up. Did Jet? Yeah. Great radio. While I Google 250 Coast Championship. I don't feel like he did. I feel like he was on West.
Me too, because him and
no, he did do it. Oh, wait, no. His brother Hunter won the title in 2023. Yeah, because Hunter went East and Jet went West.
Yeah, because they were never together, were they? Right. Maybe their first year?
See, so that would be one thing that they could point to. The Deegans could say that, like, oh, Jet didn't do it. We have all the titles, you know? And it's just like, dude, who freaking cares? But
I don't think yeah.
His credit. Oh, God.
No, I just think it depends. They're kind of in a spot where they can go back on their word or go forward with their word. Like, if he kills everyone at World Supercross, he would have to go 450. But if he struggles a little bit and maybe doesn't beat, some of the top 450 guys, maybe they rethink things. So they kind of have this safety net of this, like, questioning, because, it's just they're in a safe spot to where they can go 250. Yeah. Still, if things don't go as planned or, they don't do as good as he thinks they're going to do, he's going to do.
Yeah. He's got a lot of enemies. We're going to get to World Supercross. Like, he's got a lot of guys that don't like him in World Supercross.
Oh, Anderson is going to
punt his ass.
Yeah. With Kenny.
Oh, my gosh. They're going to
punt him together. Like, I could just see it clear as day.
It's going to be like a yellow sandwich, just smush.
Yeah. We're not going to have to wait till A1 to see drama.
No, not at all. There is the Australia round where he will have Tomac, Cooper Webb, and there's one other. Justin Cooper, but Jacob's on Buenos Aires in Canada. I was thinking somebody else, but no, the other wild cards. Jacob, Deegan, Eli, and Cooper are the wild cards. So it would be, he'd have basically everybody. He'd have Eli, Cooper Webb, Kenny, Ando, Vince Friesen, Stark.
Yeah, everyone but the Lawrences.
Yeah. It's going to be good. I can't get past the bedazzled everything. Like, listen, I thought it was great. I love the drop. I like the diamond in the Foxhead logo. I think it's cool. I think having a story throughout it is really unique. But coming back to the, like, maybe we're just too old. I'm like, who's buying this though? Like, what age people are buying Fox gear and Deegan Fox merch? Because, like, it's not going to be cheap. Yeah. So I'm like, are these, if my kids were racing, I'm not going to be bending over backwards to buy, whatever boot he comes out with, Fox branded Deegan boots, but then again, my kids don't race. So this is all in theory. It's just what I think about when I see stuff like this. And I'm like, but those aren't the actual people that are, like, the financial decision makers in their family,
Right. Yeah. No, that's a good angle.
This is me trying to convince myself that we're not as old as we are.
Yeah. I mean, they can justify it if they pay in 4. If they offer
exactly. 4 free payments with Affirm. Goodness.
Yeah.
But we will see Deegan in 3 days in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where our boy DB is potentially on the ground by now. I think he left last night. So he's there.
Yeah, he was posting today. Yeah, he's there.
Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm. There's no app for the cast. What's it called? Cast?
So it's called recast.tv. DB broke this all down on Main Event Moto. So I'm just regurgitating what he said because we are so blessed, #blessed by Peacock now that, like, our brains just cannot absorb, like, how to do this. I've had more people DM me and be like, I've read it. I don't understand. So the way that Daniel broke this down is that it's basically $30 for 90-day access, which would get you through the whole season, right?
Past day 1.
Yeah, because it's through the first week of December. Yeah, December 13th. So you'd be fine. And the way that DB broke it down was that it's like 4 races per race, which I'm like, I don't know, that's 4 shows per race. So it's like 20 shows. And I'm like, I don't know that I buy that. But there's a pre-show that they film on Thursdays, which he's recording tomorrow with Brian and Hayden, which will be cool. I definitely will be watching that. Then he does a pre-race show, which is kind of like their version of Race Day Live, and they do qualifying. Also, he's with our girl Kristen Beat. I friggin' love Kristen Beat, so I'm so glad she's back. More women we can have on the mic in the sport in any way, shape, or form. I'm here for it. Then there is obviously the racing broadcast, so DB will be in the booth with Ralph. I'm so excited. I think Ralph, I mean, like he and Jeff Emig, which Jeff is also involved as an analyst, they're the voice of Supercross in my mind, like when I fell in love with Supercross. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it's nostalgic.
Yes. And I mean, DB, like, yeah, we're biased because we love DB, but he is gifted in the booth. Like some of my favorite races he called, and he had to navigate doing it with Ricky and James. And like, those are two very different personalities. So I'm excited to see DB back on the mic. There's also a post-race show that he and Kristen will do as well. So you're getting 4 shows per race is his way of breaking it down. So $30, you get all that content. He did say, he was like, well, it's all going to be on YouTube eventually, but we don't know how long. And I don't know about you, watching all the OzX Open stuff, and I did not pay for those. And then Lux like killing it, and the Turners being down there, like I had serious FOMO. I'm like, I wish I'd watched all this live. So I will be watching this live for $30. Done, like for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I like watching all that stuff.
Yeah, me too. And like, honestly, like when I looked at it, I was like, this is not the most complicated thing. Like I will figure it out. So, and we've got some big names. So Joey Savacci, Christian Craig, Devin Simonson. I don't know why they picked that picture for Devin Simonson. This must be a new one because he's got the big Arby's sponsor on it. But I'm like, Devin's big poofy hair. Kenny, my favorite. J.A. So we'll get to see Ando on the Suzuki. This will be his debut on yellow, which I love. Like all the videos I've seen, I'm like, it just makes sense.
It does. That looks good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like good on Pipes Motorsport Group, that's their official name. Because like years ago, I mean, like when they were trying to nab Kenny, like, and having to figure out like all their sponsorships and stuff, and like now you're sitting with like Ken Roczen and Jason Anderson, like that. I just think that's so cool. So good job.
That's really cool.
Very cool. Justin Hill is racing. Matt Moss, Jordy Tixier. He's what is he French? Yes. He's sneaky fast. So not saying he's gonna like go up against like Kenny and Ando, but there's some serious talent here. We also have Vince Freezy on a Stark, and that is terrifying. Everybody has made the connection, the metaphor, whatever, that it's like putting a silencer on a gun or a bomb. But you know, don't really have whoops to deal with, and that wasn't really his thing. So like he could get a start. I mean, obviously he's going to get a start on Stark because they're electric like that. But that is the sneaky wild card. Well, we can't say wild card because there are wild cards, but he's the dark horse, the electric dark horse.
I like that.
I mean, he looks like Eminem.
Deegan would for sure podium this weekend, though.
You think?
Right?
What do you think he gets third? What do you think he gets?
Yeah, I think I would go Roczen, Anderson, Deegan.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think Kenny looked good at Destinations. I mean, even like after he hit the ground and got run over, like he still looked incredible. He was not 100% at the end of Outdoors when he came back for Unadilla or whatever it was, and still looked good. And it's Kenny. Like he's always
Kenny,
show
exactly.
Up.
Yeah. I think he will take the cake on this one.
Yep. But we can't forget about Justin Cooper. Like Justin.
Oh, that's right.
He's the only person that raced the whole season and went to Destinations for us. Like I'm just tired thinking about Justin Cooper's 2025. Like that is a lot of racing, and now he's in another continent racing again.
No, yeah, I'm not arguing with someone on Twitter, but someone said like, Eli needs to retire, and I'm like, do you not realize Ken Roczen, Jason Anderson, Malcolm Stewart,
Justin Barsha,
3 or 4 of those are going to new teams. Mm-hmm. Okay, number one, they are all the same generation, the same age. Okay, and Eli beats all of them with ease. Ken Roczen being probably his biggest competition out of that group. So why would Eli retire when he can stack in the cash? He's not that old. And then he said like, oh, well, you know, all of them are dealing with health issues besides Eli. That's not fair. I'm like, what? He goes, none of them made it a full season. And I said, yeah, either did Lawrence brothers.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Like, literally, it was just Justin Cooper.
Love to pick a fight about everything. But
I know. Yeah. I feel like that is the younger generation, though. Like, hear me going, you know, getting crabby, like, back in my day, you know.
And I wasn't even trying to argue with him. I was just saying, like, I think Eli looks at things with this angle. Like, if my generation's not retiring, why should I?
Yeah. Yep. And he's definitely the fastest out of all of them. I don't think that we see Cooper Webb coming out throwing in Monster Energy Supercross. Like, I think that Cooper, I think he'll be competitive. And honestly, like, I'd love to see Cooper like triple tag team Deegs with Kenny and Ando, but I don't think Cooper's going to be doing much in American Supercross when he comes back. He's also having a third daughter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I did not see that coming.
Oh my gosh. There was a few pictures that I was like, is she pregnant? Because oh my gosh, we have to pause for just a second. The wedding of Seth Rarick and Sydney, now Rarick. Listen, I don't know either of them. Like, I've talked to Sydney like a few times on Instagram, but the way I was glued to my phone during this wedding, like I was obsessed in like the least creepy way possible. But like, this wedding was adorable. Like, everybody in Moto was there. It was so cute. But there was a couple of pictures like of her sideways. And I never want to assume, like, especially having worked in the birth world, having, you know, gone through infertility myself, I never want to assume, but I was like, this is the third time. That looks like a baby bump. And then like came out with the video like the next week and I was like, I knew it.
That's funny.
So
I love really seeing all of the riders in their suits for weddings.
I know, so I know. They get all dressed up and it looked like a really fun wedding. Like, there was a video of a lot of the men of the sport, little schwasty faced, but they just look like they were having a ball. And so I'm like, I'm so here for it. I do love, also speaking of weddings, I love the anniversary announcements that are like constant because everybody gets married in the off season.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right?
Oh, it's so funny. And I'm like, you know, our anniversary is next week, so you know, I'll just throw it in there. So,
well, yeah, it's just in 12 days.
You gotta get married when it's not 1,000 degrees in Texas. So, love that for Cooper, that he's a girl dad. Like, he's such a man's man. So the fact that he's a girl's dad, like, I'm like, oh, I'm so here for it.
Cute. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to think, like, are there any riders, past or present, that have had 4 kids? Like, so obviously they're on number 3, but like Tomac has 3, Cooper Webb has 3, or was going to have 3. Kenny has 2, Ando has 1.
Doesn't AP have 4, but like one's adopted?
No, they have 3.
Are they have
2 of their own, and then oldest daughter's adopted.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think anybody has 4. That's a lot of kids. But
like, oh God, kill me now.
But I have a lot of friends that have 3 kids, and I have a lot of friends that have 4 kids, and they said going from 2 to 3 was so hard, but then going from 3 to 4 is like nothing. So I'm like, I bet Eli and Jessica have another kid. I could see it.
I listened to this interview today, and they asked Eli about his kids, and he goes, you know, I thought things would get easier when Lev went to kindergarten and Noah went to pre-K. He's like, but it's our 2-year-old that causes all the chaos. It hasn't gotten easier. Again, it's funny to listen to like celebrities vent about things we vent about.
They're so real. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Eli gets like a little like Tom Brady syndrome, like not Tom Brady like retiring, but like when you spend more time at home, like with your wife and the kids, and you're like, oh, okay, no, I think I'd rather be in the gym suffering.
Oh yeah,
Oh, the things we think about. But I with all these riders staying around longer, like, we're gonna have more kids in the sport. And I love it. I mean, obviously, like, you know, we're here for the WAGs. I had to explain what a WAG was to somebody. They were like, why do you keep saying WAG? And I'm like, wife and girlfriend. So just for everybody, when I say WAG, that's what I mean. Wife and girlfriend. Or wife. It should be WAG, wife or girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of, one has been upgraded from girlfriend to fiance. And this is the 31st episode. I missed this at the top of the hour. Number 31 for next year. is Mr. Mikkel Harup, and he proposed to his girlfriend, and her name is, I don't want to butcher it, but I think it's Mattia, and she is stunning, and they're adorable, and I love that he is re-signed with Triumph, and we get to see more of him, but he proposed a couple weeks ago, and then they took a vacation to somewhere in Mexico, and I'm just like, I'm so here for it. I'm so here for, like, the stable home life. Like, I think Chris Kiefer always says this on Pulp, that he's like, when you get your home life settled, like, everything falls in line. And I'm like,
That's
he's got a
good.
point.
I like that.
Yeah. So other things around World Supercross, that was SX1. So SX2 has got some heavy hitters in it. Shane McElrath. We love Shane McElrath. Shane Moody McElrath. Cody Schock, Enzo Lopes, Chiz coming back from retirement. He'll be coming back and coming back and coming back.
He's coming back.
Yep. Got Chiz. Cullen Park. I'm trying to think who. Oh, Max Ansey, Kyle Peters, Lance Kobush, our favorite privateer who led a lap on Deegan this year. I love Lance just for that. So a lot of good riders on SX2. So I'm excited about World Supercross. I mean, for a number of reasons. I did think them having to pull the plug on the Malaysian GP like 2 weeks before it was supposed to happen. Like, it was supposed to be this weekend, I think. No, not this weekend. Would have been last weekend. And apparently there were teams that already had bikes had already freighted them out to Malaysia.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they had to
no.
find them en route and get them brought back here. Or where, I don't know if it was an Australian team or not. Maybe it was from Australia to Malaysia, because that's, a quarter of the distance. But just, not a good look. And I wish there was more transparency on that, but I understand the series is just trying to get off the ground. But what was it? Did the stadium not meet protocol, or did they not have enough staff, or what was it? I just want to know. We're nosy bitches. What was it? So now we have Sweden, which I think is cool. DB is taking his wife Maggie to Sweden, and I'm just I'm so happy for them for that. How fun is that? DB's on a work trip to Sweden.
Yeah.
Rough life.
Yeah.
So anytime we get more dirt bike racing, I'm here for it. We've got Paris Supercross, which is the weekend after this weekend. So what is that? The 15th? So it'll be the same time as the Canadian GP, or the same day as the Canadian GP, but different times.
I thought that was always Thanksgiving weekend.
I think it is earlier this year. I don't know why, but did you see the videos of Hunter and Jet testing their French?
Yes. Oh my God, that's so funny. I love them.
You got to think so let's see. Hunter is married to Cynthia Tonis, Arnaud Tonis's sister. And they're Swiss. I'm maybe there's some French language thrown in there. Why is Hunter's French so good? I was trying to make the connection, and I was like, no, I can't make this connection. I can't give him any credit for why his French is so good. But I was very impressed with his French. So good job, Hunter.
Yeah, he's so smart.
He is very smart. He's so well spoken. I mean, everybody says this. So I think he's got a career in broadcast when he's done. Hold on, sorry, my ADHD brain. I have loved Adam Cianciarillo and Justin Brayton in Australia, and all of their commentary, and when they were both on the track and they had the hot mics in the micro or in the helmet. I love it. I think it's so fun. Adam and his girlfriend are there for a month, and they're posting videos from their beautiful condo, and I'm just I'm so here for it. This is the least boring off season we've ever had.
Yeah, no, that's so true. It hasn't been. Yeah.
It's been a good one for sure. We got to
see Eli's Hawaii pictures.
Everybody was in Hawaii. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, everyone went to literally the day after Vegas, Cooper Webb went.
Yeah.
And all,
Courtney and her husband were with him.
Yeah, they took that red eye there.
Get out of town and get out to Hawaii. So
yeah.
Well, we've got 5 rounds of World Supercross. Buenos Aires is this weekend, and the Canadian one, Australian, Swedish, and South African. The South African one, there are no wild cards, which I was wondering if that was they couldn't get any of those heavy hitters to commit to coming to South Africa, but it's apparently because that is the wrap up of the championship. It's a 5-round series, and they don't want any of the wild cards interfering with championships, which I'm okay, I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm here for that. That's fine. We will allow it.
Yeah, I guess.
And then after that, I mean, that's like the 2 weeks before Christmas. We will
We're at
have
A1.
Christmas and we'll be at
Yeah,
A1.
we're at
Like,
A1.
I cannot even believe it. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
we just did this.
it seems so far away, like, after SMX, you know? It's
Mhm.
like and then it's here. It's
Yep.
just
It's still late. It's January 10th, so we're going with, like, later in the season, but it's okay.
and if Deegan races 450, that's his 20th birthday.
I did hear that, like, actually on his birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot
Well,
where I heard that, but that's crazy.
oh, was it not on,
I think it was Main Event Moto.
no, Daniel did say it, but it was on the Pulp, the Blair Mathis LVK
Oh,
mashup.
yes. Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
freaking loved that. Like, Pulp reshared my post about it, which was
I
so
saw that.
so nice of Steve. Thank you. But I freaking loved it. Kellen messaged me, he said, "Thanks for the post," or whatever, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sure this was, like, a scheduling nightmare, but, like, please do this again." And he was like, "Actually, it wasn't that bad, in the off season." And I'm like, "Please do it again," because I loved it.
I need to watch it after this because
Go watch it. Don't
I
listen to
made
it.
a
Watch it.
mental note because it's like every YouTube was just flooding, it was like Eli, so I had to make sure I watched every interview, like,
Mhm.
and then it was
He had some rough
Deegan
interviews, let's be real.
and Chase.
There were some not great interviews from the KTM launch. Like,
Well, we talked about it today of who. I
yeah, we don't have
mean,
to name names, but Eli was visibly not in it. Like, was like, when are we done?
kind of seemed like they put them in separate conferences rooms and they
Yeah,
just did like musical
round robin.
chairs, like listen to the music and stop and go in a conference room and interview. And guys, they're not very creative, honestly. Like the
Mm-mm.
questions were probably exactly the same, but worded a little different.
I was like,
And
Juju, yes, my back is broken.
that's tiring for our humble king,
I
like
know.
our humble king is an introvert.
Yep,
And I think he sensed one of those energies and was like, yeah, no, because
I'm
he
out.
was laughing with like Whiskey Throttle, with Don Maida. Like he was lively except for that one.
Yeah. I did get sent some Whiskey Throttle posts from a number of people. We shall remind the listeners, you can't send Allie any Whiskey Throttle posts because she has been blocked. So I can't view them. And I'm just so heartbroken that I can't see their content that looks like everybody else's content. Anywho, I do remember when I was at A1 in 2023, 22. And they had a little media scrum like after the press conference when Daniel was hosting it. And I remember like watching Eli just be like, "Can I leave? Can I leave? Like, can I looking around being like, am I done? Am I done?" And I'm like, "No, you're freaking Eli Tomac. You're never going to be done. Everyone wants to talk to you."
Yeah. Yeah. At least he's just always
Adorable.
himself. Yeah. He's just always himself. Humble king.
Never change. So yeah, before you know it, we'll be at A1. We'll go Anaheim 1, San Diego A2. Houston, which I will be at, is West Coast, which I'm very excited about because Arlington is East Coast. So I'll get to see both sets of 250.
That's cool.
I know. We're very spoiled in that. That happened one year and we did both of them. Tim and I went to both. But I feel like I've got so many 250 riders that I like personally care about. Like Lux. Lux is racing one of those coasts. I don't know if it's public yet, but he will be racing either East or West. I almost said it. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Lux will be racing a 250 coast. So I'm excited I get to see that in person because I will be at both Houston and Arlington. I shared a little bit on the stories, but got final pricing for the Cowboys Stadium suite and it's just like astronomical. So it's not going to happen this year for getting a Romy suite, but I do want to do it in the future. People are like, I know, such and such, whatever company would sponsor it. And I'm like, I'm just not there yet. Like I got a full-time job. Like I want to do this, but it's just too much. And when I saw that number, I was like, that's insane. Like, no, that is just for a ticket. That does not include catering. That includes a seat for your butt. So couldn't do it. Actually, it had some standing room only options too. And I was like, holy crap, you'd pay all that money and you don't even still have a seat. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I know. Jerry Jones, what are you thinking? So, anywho, I hope to be at many more races than just those two. I'm trying to talk Tim into like a long weekend for Nashville because Nashville's back on there. I'm very excited about that. Excuse me. I have hiccups. That's the wine talking. I'm not even done with it. And I'm like already hiccuping like the lightweight that I am. But I think we're in for a good year. I think Chase is angry. He's on a new bike. I think if anybody is going to be committed to figuring that bike out, it's going to be Chase. I mean, he's talented.
Question.
Go for it.
Do you think Chase retires after his Kawi contract's up?
He's got a 3-year deal.
He'll be 29.
No.
30.
I don't think he does
extend.
Yeah, and here's why. I think that I don't want to put this out in the universe, but I think that Jet's going to get bored before. I think he gets bored of the sport and gets bored of dominating. And Jet goes into something like MotoGP or something. I could see Jet going.
I could see that.
He's so talented. Like, have you seen the old videos of Jet dancing? Like, he just I mean, one, it's hilarious because it's like little baby Jet, but like he just has natural control over his body that I think he could do whatever he wanted. So I think Jet's going to get bored, and Chase, not next year. I don't think Chase gets, I think Jet gets it next year. I think in 2 or 3 years, Chase will be peaking at Kawi and Jet could be over it. I mean, honestly, at this point, like the only thing that Jet has to go for, like he's good on money, he's good on titles, and now it's just number of wins. It's chasing McGrath. So I think if there's any chance that Jet will be out of the sport and Chase is peaking at Kawi, I can see Chase re-signing.
For sure. I think he would stay if Jet left.
Yeah, I do too. God forbid, let's go negative now. If for some reason the Kawi stuff goes sideways and he doesn't like it, then I think maybe he retires. I mean, what's his only other option for manufacturers? I mean, yes, we can talk Triumph, we can talk Ducati, Yamaha. He hasn't gone Yamaha yet.
Yeah. Hopefully Chase's or Kawi's good. He did say he is tired of switching teams. So that's why I was like, oh, 3 years, he'll be 29, 30. Like, I can maybe see him retiring. But yeah, if Jet leaves, I see a lot of guys ending up staying. Because it's like, what? Like, they're battling for second.
Yep. Yeah. And after the way that what Hunter looked like this year, they're battling for third at this point.
Battling for third. Yeah. So I don't think it's not about the bike. It's not about anything. It's about the Lawrence brothers now. It's like, what do they have to do to beat them?
Everything in their program is set up for both of them to dominate, So I don't know. I would not want to be Chase right now because you got a lot on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
You're changing teams. You got to set up a whole new bike. Like I keep joking about it. Like the only good thing about going to Kawi is that he has like 800,000 suspension setups that Jorge's tested that you can just be like, here, pick one.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be very interesting.
Yep. But there's some weird things in the schedule. We talked about Seattle in early February. Like that could be a mutter. That could be snow. So like there's some weirdness in the schedule that I think could lend itself to not necessarily Chase as like a mud rider. Cause then, then we're looking at like Kenny, Barsha, AP, but just like weird things like that, and like Jet does weird things. He, jumps the gate. He plows over the gate sometimes. So he's definitely beatable. But him and Hunter together, it's like, damn, dude, how do you compete against that? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Same question for Eli.
That's the harsh reality. Yeah. That's the harsh reality. Yeah.
What does Eli do at the end of the year?
Well, it is 1 year. Everyone said it was 2, but the words out of Eli's mouth was 1 year.
They probably wanted him for 2.
With an option for a second year. Yeah. But I don't know, like, did you listen to Main Event Moto when I asked if he would go back to Yamaha for like World Supercross?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, DB said like, oh, we would really try to get him the club for just World Supercross. So I think if he ends up not really liking KTM, I can see him doing that.
Yeah, I could see that too. I think that's kind of the route that a lot of these top tier guys are going to go. Like, I think that we see these wild card guys. That's kind of what they're building in now. And I think DB did say this, that they're not always going to have these wild card guys, that they want to build them truly into the championship, but they've got to get, this buy-in. But I could definitely see Eli coming back on a Yamaha. I mean, he's been very vocal that it's been his favorite bike thus far. So yeah, why not? And Club is supplying the bikes for, what's the team that they're, oh, this is going to drive me nuts. Hold on. I have to find it now. Rick Ware? Yeah. So all of those Yamahas are Club Yamaha bikes. So I'm like, yeah, I could see it. So I don't want to think that far in advance. I don't want to think about Eli not lining up at A1, but there's going to be a day sooner rather than later.
I mean, yeah, all of them.
I know.
All of them.
And I feel like Eli's going to be one of those guys that like he keeps us waiting until the last second to see if he's going to like re-up or whatever. So like we're going to be having this conversation right now in a year. Being like, what are we doing?
Sure. Yeah, Eli can't make up his mind. So
no.
But that's good. That's good for us. You know, like he really does have nothing to prove. Like he's won everything. He's here for some money and he still loves it and he still can. So why not? What's he gonna do? Like
sit home and tend cows.
Yeah.
We both went the cow route.
Go on his plane.
Goodness gracious, I know. Support Jessica. I do love when he posts about his wife. I'm like, oh, get it, Eli.
Yeah. Like that's so
love
cute.
a man supporting his wife.
He lets her go live her passions too.
I know. I wonder what the kids will do. Like when you have two parents that driven, and then like Kathy and John as your grandparents. I mean, I'm sure Jessica's parents are equally badass, but I'm like, that's a lot of like genetic power.
Yeah, but I don't think they would be the family to put the pressure on it of like, you have to do what we did. So that's good.
Definitely not. So, well, we won't go there now. We have Eli in 72 hours. So we will get, no, he's not racing Buenos Aires. What's his first one? Gosh, this is what's so confusing.
Vancouver. Like, so the 15th?
Yes. I need to print these all out. I was going to make a calendar that everybody could subscribe to, but then it's like, okay, well, even when you have the calendar, then I want to have something that says, okay, well, who are the wild cards to each round? Because even if I could remember which round was where, then I have to remember which wild card is racing at which round. Good Lord. So there's got to be some like education component that they could work on this, because I'm like, we are diehards and we can't keep it straight. Goodness gracious. Well, there was a lot to talk about. This is why we had to give you guys this a midweek, middle of the night. I'm just kidding. It's not middle of the night. It's 9:00. It's time for me to go night. But it was fun. We should record with alcohol more often.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to this back and be like, oh gosh.
Cody Shock is now cute to me. So that's good.
Oh, is that alcohol or is that a comment?
No, I was just like, gosh, like he's gotten really handsome lately. I think it's his new haircut.
Yeah, I like the haircut. Their wedding was stunning as well. Oh my gosh. Like I felt like I had major FOMO for that. I was like, I want to go to a beach wedding. That sounds lovely. I just want to go on a vacation, really. That's what it is. So, but anyhow, we will probably record again sometime before Anaheim 1. We gotta do predictions for next year. Which, like, even as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, how do you? I mean, like 4 through 12, you could have a champion in that slot. Like, there's so many champions that are still racing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're gonna have to start working on it now.
Yeah, I'm scared to do a list because I did a list last year and everyone got hurt. So
I am normally, my lists are not good, but I will say I picked Chase for 23. And that came true.
Yeah,
not in a good way.
By a sliver.
But I think I said it on a Main Event Moto episode. I think I was one of the ones I was on, and I was like, they asked what my pick was for 2023, and I said it was Chase. Chase, when he was number 23, I was like, this is his year, and he was 23 that year. So that did come to fruition, but my picks are not good normally. So maybe I'll wish with my brain and not my heart, and then I can just blame it on.
There you go. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, guys, we will be back in your ears before A1. I will make that commitment. Had lovely number of you guys reach out and just be like, "Are you guys going to record in the off season?" I'm like, "Yeah,
that's
we should."
So we made it sweet. Happen. Like I'm surprised people listen to us.
I know. I don't
we just gabble.
I know, but you know what? I always said like I want one female moto fan, and I got you, and we came together, and we got a lot more than one. So I'm pretty proud of it here, and I love when people like listen to the pod and then they tell me they think the same way, or they had the same thought, or they wondered the same thing. And I was like, see, like people get it. They get the female fan humor. They get the female fan diatribes.
I love that. I love that for us. Yeah.
I do too. Well, we'll wrap it up and we will be back in your ears sometime before Anaheim 1. We will stick to that.
Well, if a lot of drama happens in WSX, we'll have to.
We're going to have a lot to talk about by like Sunday.
Like if Anderson ends up grabbing Deegan's helmet.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Like Brian Deegan comes like running from the stands and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Like the more I think about it, I'm just like the chaos that could happen. Like I don't want anybody to get hurt, but I'm here for the chaos.
That, like the aftermath of the race,
Yes.
like when the cameras are on them after, like waiting for podiums, like that's what I want to see.
Give me that all day. So, all right, guys, we've given you the instructions for World Supercross. If I'm around, I will be live tweeting, live posting, live whatever, and all the things. And we'll be back in your ears before A1. Saying it again because I'm going to manifest it. We're going to do it. So we'll see you sometime before January 10th.